Hello, all. Welcome back. And I hope that these energies are treating you good. I know they're still quite intense, and there's a lot of intensity out there in the world, but yeah, I hope that I'm here to be the voice of like calm and help us, you know, get through these times together. So, my intention for this week is I'm going to just do a really quick energy read. I'm going to try to keep it short because my goal for this week is to um, maybe because we've got a lot coming up this week. So today, just the general energy read. Oh, Sam's coming in to say hi. Sam, you gotta sit though. Hey, you gotta sit. Oh, I know you hate the smoke, so you don't want to. Anyway, okay, back to this. My intention for this week, because we've got a new moon coming up on Wednesday, and then we have the equinox on Friday. So a little power packed week, but I think overall, like what I'm getting from it is that there's a lot of change coming up. Like, and also that it's like it is that for us, if we're in this hemisphere, it's the spring equinox, so we're heading into growth period. Whereas if you're watching from another hemisphere, you're heading more into that cocooning, wintry kind of stuff. But um, I think on an energetic level, it's we're stepping into the new and we're moving forward and growing. So that seems to be the overall theme for that coming up. So yeah, so my intention is to keep this one short and then hopefully do a couple videos this week. So do a moon one, and then do an equinox one on Friday. So we'll see how that all plays out. I'll do my best to get that all put together if I can. I just think it's going to be important to check in a couple times. I think things are going to, as always, be shifting on the daily, right? So the more advice we can have and the more insight, the better, I think. I didn't really have anything planned for the energy read, but I do want to just like mention this thing that I heard today. Um, and unfortunately, I missed who to give credit to for this, so I'm just going to say it and just like take it as it is. And I don't know, maybe at some time we'll discover who put this together, but it was just around the premise of stepping in to the role, not even a role, or of the work of the art of ascension. And I liked how that was phrased because I think we're looking at this as this monumental task and that it's really difficult and we have to struggle through it and there's lots of challenges and it's like I think it's more important to look at it as something creative and beautiful and from our heart center. And so stepping into the art of ascension, it's just reframing the way we think about it, right? And then it went on to say that our medium or for this art is our intuition. So it's just getting us to like really embody and step into doing things from a more beauty way type of place, right? So creative, expressionist, heart centered, that instead of looking at all of this as like challenge and struggle and strife, which is, that's kind of the overlay that we're fighting against right now is that there's a lot of that lower negative energy, but it's like it's almost like we're being asked to like cocoon in and just get ready because it's also like okay, here's what it's like. Um, if you're gonna plant a garden, now would be the time to start your seeds inside the house, right? So we're not quite ready to put them in the ground and that kind of stuff. But you could get them a head start by putting them in, pots in your house and getting them started now so that you can transplant them later so that they, when the time is right, everything's ready to grow. I feel like that's kind of the place we're at. So let's go right to the cards because, like I said, I do want to keep this a little short. And if there's going to be 3 videos this week, which I'm hoping there is. What's this guy? Okay, the overall. This is nice. We could all use this right now. Peace. It's interesting when we talk about peace because I think it's really important right now, just with the energy we just talked about, too, the challenging aspects of it, that we are um, creating the energy of peace within our life, right? And then we can, eventually that will spill out. Um, so it's really important, I think, right now for us to like be the peace we want to see in the world. There we go. I am peaceful. My body is at ease and I am calm. Yeah, despite all of that going on, it's really important not feeding the fears and that we're in this state. So allow the dust to settle. There is no need to manipulate circumstances to suit your needs and desires. Sink into the simplicity of your breath. Smooth out the edges of your breath. If you feel that your nervous system is charged and your chest is tight, exhale longer than you inhale. Speak of mantras, taking deep cleansing breaths, settling into the vibration of peace. Yeah, so at all costs this week, try to make this a nice, calm, and peaceful week. We can get back to that. It's not as hard as we think, right? And a lot of that has to do with tuning out. And it's not to say, hey, just ignore what's going on out there. But it's like, again, we come back to this all the time, that analogy of the oxygen mask on the plane, right? We've got to we have to be the shining example of this. So we have to head into that peace mode, like right away. And it's nice though too, because that also feels like that's the energy coming in, right? With this equinox and yeah, and the new moon, it's like just new things and new things are happening. I say that and then this comes out. Okay, this is the overall for the week. The Tower. Anytime you get the Tower, it's this is the outside world. It's 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 chaotic, it's happening, it's collapsing, it's doing what it needs to do. It, like so it's almost like I feel like it's saying for this week it's like just just let it be, right? And instead of trying to like worry about this and fix this and do anything around it or involve ourselves in that, is that we need to be in that state of peace and emanating that out so that it helps transmute this. And then it also feels like I'm getting this feeling like this is almost at an end, like it's fine. So just you know keep the ascension timeline and looking forward, not dwelling or being caught up in this. What does it actually say though? I have faith. All is not lost. If I am, if I am committed to my spiritual beliefs, even in times of great pain, ignorance, and suffering. Yeah, it's basically saying choose the higher road, and the higher road, and the higher frequency, and the higher love is not sitting and wallowing in this and just let it. We gotta let this die. It sucks, but it's gotta happen, right? Yeah. It's happening. It's just like, try not to get yourself all entangled in it, right? Your job is to even though it looks or feels like sticking your head in the sand, is that you need to just be at your best frequency, vibration, and peace and joy and love. We get this every time, and it's funny. You can't make this up. So, ready but waiting. This is a dove, a peace dove, right at her heart center. So again, what that always means, the ready but waiting, is that keep peace in our hearts. It's not quite the time to to let the bird fly, but it's close. We're ready and waiting because we're waiting for the right energetic time. But that to say, we're still keeping peace in our hearts. Well, that was an easy one. Keep peace in your heart. Oh, that could be the theme for this week. All right, let's do Monday through Wednesday. See what's the energy is around the week. Oh, nice. Oh, fun. Oops. Seems to be an A2 card. Oh, okay. These are funny because they're just kind of saying what I just said. So I'm just going to really be repeating myself, but that's okay. Um, One of the key things too is, you know, um, well, we'll get into that. Okay, first step for this week, beautiful uncaging. So honestly, this is, we have the key to unlock this. I've always maintained that this ascension process really is the most biggest, massive heart chakra opening on the planet. So it is really important, right, to keep peace in our heart, um, and just really look at the energy around that heart, right? It's just ready to like unfurl its love on the world. Again, though, because it's right behind that, like it's not locked. We're it's just this like theme around keep your keep that energy high because it's we're close, but we're not there quite yet. So just but don't let that energy like dampen down or fizzle out, right? Despite all the craziness that's going on, it's really important that we're not doing that. I'm going to kind of read these just slightly out of order. So we also got politics and stress. So what this is really saying to me is that it's like crazy right now because the big thing is that you can pick two ways to go down this, right? You can pick you can pick this sitting quietly waiting with peace in your heart, or you can dive into this tower as it's crumbling. Um, you're gonna survive this, but it's gonna be hell. It's not gonna be fun. So, yeah, we can dive into all this stuff and cause ourselves more undue stress. Um, but this week it's just saying like you basically have two paths. You have two choices. Because we also got two cards with this too, which is funny. The vanity card. In this, I always say it's like all the naysayers. So you're gonna get a lot of people with their arms crossed and not believing in magic and that kind of stuff, and just um, kind of putting you down. And it's also the negativity. Like there's that thing around when I say ascension, people are like, "Oh, nothing's happening. We're just doomed," and right. Um, but that's not the case. The case is that we are heading into spring and renewal and brighter days. But it really is really critical that you're understanding that it's a choice, right? And I can't make that choice for you. Nobody can make that choice for you. It's up to you. So again, if you want to be the peace we want to see in the world, then that's, choose that path and live that path this week and do things that get you into that path. Um, and try not to overwhelm. If you don't want to see that path happen, don't feed into any of that stuff. And I know it's not ignoring it. It's just it's self-preservation. It's really important that you're doing that. Because if you feed into the negative energy, you're going to get more of it. It's just the laws of the universe, of attraction, of manifestation. Um, yeah. So it's almost too like it's saying there's two timelines here too, right? And you get to pick which one you're going to go on. It doesn't mean at any time you can't switch back. So if for whatever reason your soul is like, I need to see this out in 3D, and that that's maybe what your soul contracted to do and what you need to do, and we'll just keep you in our hearts and keep peace around you. But for the rest of us, let's pick that higher path. The last card, the key for the beginning part of the week is grounding. Um, Nature again comes up. It's always going to keep coming up. It's so important that we're connecting into that. If there's one thing you connect into, that's the closest thing to God and good energy. It's nature. So do that. Nature, presence, practicality, and stability. I'd say the really important part though is, and it was actually there is a video up on YouTube I'll try to link it. I don't usually have time to do links, but Tim Wild, if you follow Tim Wild, it was on Friday, I believe, and it was talking about grounding. Because sometimes it's not always energetically good for us to ground to Mother Earth while she's going through all this changes. But you can use Earth to help you make those changes, like hugging a tree or just connecting in and asking those energies to steady things out for you if it's getting too chaotic and things like that. So, that's totally, again, it's a choice point, and it's how we're going to deal with this. But these are the tools we're given, is this connection to nature and grounding. And in this video, sorry, I'm getting off track there. In this video, the key thing they said is you may not want to ground to this planet. It may not register with you. It might register with you to ground to your galactic family or your planet of origin if you follow and subscribe to that stuff. So look into different things. It's not all black and white. It's many multicolor. So there's lots of stuff that you can be doing, and you have to do, like I said, this art of ascension is, if we were to take you and me, and we were in an art class together, I'm going to paint in a different style and colors than you would. And so it's really finding your thing, right? You've got to be doing that work of opening up your heart, that big heart opening, and so that and you're creating what's coming in, this new energy, and embodying it and being able to create from there. So yeah, that's a tricky one. It's fun, but just reiterating, the beginning of this week is definitely still about us, you know, getting ready to. It's I always hated that saying when they were, well, not saying, but the notion that it was going to come down to a choice point. Some people, and I've talked about this before, some people are energetically, going to make the quick ascension, and some are going to take a while to get there, and it's fine, whichever way you choose. Yeah. Okay, end of the week. Let's take a look at the energies. We've got that new moon in there. Yeah. Interesting. Huh. Alrighty. Okay, so it's funny. It's almost like as I was speaking, just like when I was talking about the art project and everything like that, is that it's like I just brought this card to the surface. It's nice though for the end of the week. So it is a heart chakra card. So definitely in that vibration of the heart and opening that up. The Grand Symphony. Again, now this is what I always say is we all compose different things, but eventually it all comes together to be one grand symphony, right? So different players playing different instruments. These are flowers in this case, but they do kind of look like tubas or something like that. And so definitely have no fear, but it seems like by the end of this week there's more of a uniting, heart-centered actions presenting themselves to us. So it's not a terrible thing. It's a good thing. Then weirdly enough, we got, okay, hang on. We got two cards here. Do I want to read them at the same time? I guess. Okay, so we got the Impatience card again, which is interesting though, because it's again that reaching for not being overzealous and stepping too far on the ladder and reaching too far. Again, you might fall. It's not going to hurt. Well, it's not going to hurt you, but it's going to set you back, right? And you're going to have to start again and climb up the ladder. So just not pushing or forcing anything. It really is about, or there's some organic thing to it. It is like the art project, right? When you're creating, like when we're truly in the creative mode, it just flows through us naturally. So um, don't try to force or press anything. It's just like really take your time with things. We also got the discovery card. So even though I just talked about us all coming into unison with this heart chakra energy, it's like it's like this week, and again, it doesn't matter which moon it is as long as there's moon in there. Around that time of the moon, in the middle of the week, um, it, I'm kind of getting it's almost like yeah, it's like that heart song. Like there's something we're gonna be able to like hear frequency wise, a calling and a discovery of like what true heart chakra opening looks like. So be prepared for that, and also like spirit is in behind. So this could be like a week of like a big um, aha moment, or I don't even want to say like, yeah, like it wouldn't even be a miracle moment. It just feels like it's like that. The undeniable connection to spirit is coming through this week. This is funny because I feel like it's really coming in frequency. There's something big shifting about the heart and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's very interesting this week. Yeah, and then we've got this one's throwing me for a loop, but we'll get to it in a second. I think I know what it means, but intensity is our next card. So it's just like, but look, with the intensity, it's awesome because it's like creating light and color. So even though it's intense going through this process, it's like use that to create beauty. Um, we got the past lives card in there too. I know I'm supposed to keep this short and a bunch of cards flew out. So I think honestly, I don't think this is so much about our past lives. I feel like this is more like an ancestor card. It's just like all the and not just our own personal ancestors, but all the ancestors of the universe. Um, yeah, it's kind of like a. Oh, I'm just gonna say what I'm getting. It's like there's something big coming energetically. It'll be easier to see. It's coming in frequency and tone though. It has all the background of all the ancestors are there. So there could be a very big energetic event at the end of this week. Um, and again, energetic events doesn't mean the sun explodes. And maybe it does. I don't know. But I feel like this is more of a like an energy coming in. To which, like, if you make that choice in the beginning of the week to follow the path of peace and heart centeredness, then you will be able to see it, feel it. It's more of a feel. It's not a see. Well, kind of it is. So but it's mostly a feeling. So it's coming in this week. Oh, that's funny because the last card, and I didn't even look at it till I just is seeing. Okay, perspective, truth, knowledge, clarity. Yeah, there's something big, energetic coming in at the end of this week, which is great. And I think the beginning cards of the week were just pointing us towards, hey, if you're paying attention and you're doing the work and you're diving into this art of ascension, no problem. You'll be able to connect and feel and work with this energy. So that's exciting. It's funny though too because it's like it is an energy we already know. It's the energy of the beginning of the week of peace, of the overall of the week of peace and love. Great. Okay, I'm going to do 3 of these just to kind of sum up the week instead of going back to other cards, and then we're going to leave it there. And we'll see what the moon cards bring us. But I do feel like this is a big shift this week in how things are done, how we see things, our spiritual gifts. Yeah, it's all about spiritual gifts and energy this week. Big shift. Totally big shift. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay, first up. Yeah, energy, energy, energy coming in, shifting, changing. Selenite. Spiritual activation, stimulation. We've got the dolphins. Cosmic consciousness, breath, sacred geometry. Oh, there's some good understandings coming this week. It's going to be good. I'm excited. And then we also got the angels, support and guidance. So, yeah, whether you work with angels or not, I think this coming in too is like another. I'm getting that sense of just these things are going to be easier to actually physically and tangibly tap into, see. Um, yeah, because it's time for us to start like moving forward in this energy. It's like um, yeah, that tower energy. It's at its end. It's almost done what it's doing. So you know, don't have fear of that. Let it play out. Basically, the tower has to and burn to the ground so we can start again. Um, and we just need to keep the balance and ourselves in a good space and just really working on heart chakra, opening up, being creative, using our intuition, seeing, connecting. So, this spiritual activation is big at the end of this week, for sure. Okay, that's where we're going to leave it because, like I said, um, I do want to do a couple videos this week, and I have a feeling they'll all play off of each other a little bit. So this will get you through these next couple days till the moon, and then we'll see what the moon has to say to us. And then at the end of the week, we'll see what the shift in the earth has to say to us. All right, take care of yourselves above and beyond everything. Like I said, try not to get all wrapped up in the minutia of the lower outside world in its death throes. So yeah, just try to keep the peace. Keep the peace. Oh, that's probably what we'll have to call this one. Keep the peace within this week. Nurture it. Get it ready. And by get it ready, I mean like start. Um, I don't want to say stoke the fire on it, but like start like energizing it. Working daily with like peace in your heart. Peace in your heart. Peace in your heart. Peace be with you. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Oh, it didn't. Ha, it didn't go. Okay, now I'm leaving. Bye.